Welcome to the 20 Lead Generation Strategies audio training. My name is Stephen Gregg, and I've been in sales for over 25 years. And my company is www.thesalescoachingpro.com. And I train network marketing distributors, salespeople from all industries. I train companies how to create leads, how to build teams, and how to create marketing systems that generate more sales. This training is going to give you a lot of great ideas that I believe that can help you in your online marketing strategies and some of your offline strategies as well. But if you'd like to speak to me about some of the other services that I provide, you can reach me at my website at www.thesalescoachingpro.com. To have success in online lead generation, or for anything in that matter, the first thing you have to establish are your goals and your ultimate purpose. The goal of your website is the single most important thing you need to have to get started in lead generation. Ultimately, it should be to drive more business. But how exactly will your website do that? Start with one goal, and that goal could be just to increase the number of phone calls or inbound leads and branch out from that point. It's important to set goals, but it's just as important to come up with a system for measuring those goals. Today, we're not going to be talking about the system for measuring. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 20 lead generation strategies that are going to be generating the leads. So what I'm going to be going through right now is some systems that are proven to work. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, nothing works by itself. You're going to need to go through a learning curve and put some of these practices into action and to get the desired results that you want. But once you do them, you're going to be amazed and watch your business go through the roof. So let's go ahead and get started. The first of the 20 lead generation strategies is writing articles. Creating and submitting articles to directories is simple, but it's a very powerful and effective way to create interest and create traffic to your website. For many years, successful people online, the online marketers or many offline marketers as well, have used article submission as a way to draw attention to their products and send interested traffic to their website. Basically, how it works is very simple. All you do is write a few interesting articles, and then you submit them to article directories for other people to use freely on their website or blog. The condition is that if they're going to use your article, they cannot change the article. They have to basically use it the way you submitted it. But what you're going to do is put links that direct traffic back to your website or your blog. And the cool thing is when people read the article and they like it, they might click on the link. And then you're going to get traffic back to your website. It's a very cool system. Now, the good thing about this is that you don't really have to write all the articles yourself. You can use different services. One of them is like Fiverr.com, Elance.com, and there's another company called Guru.com, Guru.com. Now, these are the three places that you want to publish those articles. The first one is called EzineArticles.com. The next one is ArticleDashboard.com. And the third one is ArticleMarketer.com. Just a reminder, I want to remind you about this because this is very important. Make sure that you read the submission guidelines and then follow them perfectly. Because if not, it could mess up your submissions. Now, here's some effective article writing tips that you can use. Tip number 1, avoid repeating sentences. So do your best when you're writing your article not to repeat sentences or important points many times in your article. Maybe once or twice at the most is enough to say the message without irritating your prospects. Tip number 2, write real life words. In other words, make it easy and fast to read and understand what you're talking about. Use easy to understand language. Instead of writing sentences like, it was unbelievable this event that happened, you could just say it was a car accident. Very simple, easy to understand. Tip number 3, use your, not our. Now, you're the writer. You should tell the reader by directing them with you and your words. Your reader will gain more confidence in you because it looks like you're the professional. You are the leader. So in other words, you want to say things like, you will look great when you lose 20 pounds, instead of saying our products help our clients lose 20 pounds. They'll believe that much more. Tip number 4, do not command, just recommend and suggest. Your readers don't want to be ordered or commanded to do anything. Instead of saying you should use this product, you should say something like this. I recommend you use this product because, and then explain why. So these phrases give the message that your product is good And since you're the expert, they should try it. But the good thing is that their ego is still in place because it's still their idea to do it. Tip number 5, keep them guessing. In other words, don't give them all the goods in the first half of your post. Keep them in suspense. Leave a question in their mind and let them get excited so that they'll want to keep coming back. In a novel, in a book, this is called a page turner. In a blog post, this is what makes readers stay and finish the whole post. When you're creating a post, what you do is make them keep thinking or saying to themselves, what's coming next? What's coming next? But your goal is to get them to desire more information from you. Tip number 6 in your article. Humor creates readers. You might add humor or lighten up the subject a little bit and make your readers feel at ease. In other words, you should appear as natural as possible. People love to smile when they're reading, and they like it even more when you can make their hectic day a little bit lighter, so you can make it a little bit fun. Tip number 7, read others' work. So in other words, when you go out there, you can learn something from virtually everybody on the internet that you read. Not only will this increase your knowledge about the current things that are going on in the industry, it'll also give you an idea of what people want to read or what they want to avoid reading. So this will really help you. So that's step number 1, which is article writing. Step 2, link building. Now, link building is getting links from other websites to direct back to your website. This is very important for ranking high in Google and high in the search engines. Both the popularity of the links and the importance of the links is very important for your website. In other words, if you have very popular links or very important links on other sites linking back to yours, Google will say, wow, you must be worthwhile to look at, and then the search engines will rank you higher because they can see that your website's very important. But this is what you don't want to do. Don't go run out and grab as many links as you can. Google is more interested in quality backlinks versus a bunch of quality, wasted, useless links. So go get quality backlinks, not, these link farms. So here's some places you don't want to go. There's a place called Link Farms. You don't want to go to Link Farms, and you don't want to go at places or websites that have 0 page rankings, because what they do is they lower your rankings versus make them better. So here's some link building tips. Number 1, make use of your photos. If you have nice images on your website, people are already probably borrowing them anyway. So what you want to do is get your webmaster to embed them. Make them embeddable links. And this means that when someone borrows your picture and they put it on their website, it'll automatically have a code that links back to your site. So it lets them use it. That's okay. But then they'll link right back to you, which is good. Tip number 2, give away something for free. You can give away a lot of things for free. You can give away a Firefox extension for free. You can give away a WordPress plugin for free, or some type of open source software for free. Maybe one of your products or services for free. Something of value. And this is important because when you give something of value away, people will start talking about it and they'll come back and link to you. Tip number 3, 1-for-1. Another way of attracting free traffic is by what we call reciprocal links. Let's say you're talking to business owners or people that have a website and they have services that are the opposite of yours, or you guys talk to the same customer from a different perspective. What you can do is give them a link and they'll give you a link, and then you guys can swap links back and forth. And this is a very beneficial thing because now you're getting their traffic, they're getting your traffic, and it's win-win for everyone. And there's services that you can use to help set that up. One of them is Fiverr. You can use Elance or Guru to get these backlinks to your site. So that's number 2. Number 3 is using forums to increase traffic. Now, forums are very good to use. Now, there's a lot of different forums. So I didn't give you a list of the different forums because there's just so many of them. You can just type in Google and figure out which one you want to use. Now, there's free forums and there's paid forums. But by far, the most popular type of forums are making money at home subjects. If you have a making money at home type business, forums are great for you. So what you want to do is people in those forums, they have questions, or they have problems, or they have needs that they want to get met. They want to get those questions answered. And most importantly, they have credit cards. They're ready to buy because they want to get their questions answered and buy something now. So if you go in there and you become the expert, you can get a lot of targeted traffic for any niche that exists out there. So you can use these search engines. Go to Google, type in your niche, look up forums, and a whole list of forums will pop up. Find 1 or 2 forums that interest you. Don't try to join 50 forums at once. Join 1 or 2. Try the free ones first, and then if you find a couple of those, maybe you can get 1 paid or 2 paid ones as well. but do not discount the free ones. The free ones give a lot of good traffic as well. So forums are very important. And it's easy to get started on the wrong foot. So what you don't want to do in a forum is a couple things you don't want to do. One of them, you don't want to do any hard selling because you'll turn people off. You don't want to do any spam. So you don't want to send out your email link to everybody in there or something because you'll get booed right out of that forum. Number 3, you don't want to use any type of automated software because this is ineffective for one, and it creates spam for another. You don't want to post your links in the threads because this violates every forum rule out there. You don't want to post your affiliate links or anything like that in there. Avoid controversy because sometimes people like to argue in forums and say their way is better or whatever. Stay away from arguments. Don't instigate. Don't even participate in any type of arguments or any type of controversy. Avoid outsourcing. If you're going to outsource to someone, if you're speaking English and you want to use the forums, then you want to use someone that speaks English and understands the language. Very important because they need to not only understand the language, they need to understand these rules that I'm telling you right now because this could really help you or hurt you. Now here's some excellent message board marketing tips that you can do. 1, lead with value. So if you're going to be in a forum, you want to lead with value. Give meaningful information in the forum. Number 2, have a signature link. Most forums allow you to have a signature link, and it's best to use in your forums a clickable link for your forum posts. Also, be sure to have a call to action. Use sentences that will get people to take the next step, like call me for more information, or click here to do such and such. Number 4, completely fill out your personal profile. This lets the community know that you're seriously interested in being an active member of this forum. You're not just placing an ad in there just to start to post links. You don't want to do that either. Number 5, purchase ads often. So there's a lot of marketers that will miss out on this because they don't think it's important to do. But there's a tremendous benefit with buying paid advertisement and financial support the site because it helps the site grow and drive more traffic to the site. And then the next thing is build quality relationships. The people in the communities are some of your most desirable and potential partners and business partners and customers. If you can get a person of influence in the forum to back what you're doing or back your products and services, your business can grow like crazy. Number 4, press releases are a good marketing tool. In other words, there's wire services out there for press releases that you can use that can get your press releases out to the news and to the popular search engines very, very quickly. Now, this will cost you a little bit of money, but not a lot, but it could be majorly beneficial. The 4 companies, what I recommend, one of them is called businesswire.com, prnewswire.com, prweb.com, and marketwire.com. Any one of those, or you can use a combination. This will send your content out to a lot of great media sources that are online. And this is the reason why I recommend press releases and using these media sources. Now, here's some tips for that. 1, make your press release newsworthy. Press releases are not designed to be a sales pitch or advertisement for your business. They should be used to announce important news updates within your industry or your company. So if you have something that's exciting that just happened in the industry or in your company, then you can talk about it. Get to the point quickly. Leave the details for your website. So in other words, what you want to do in there is you put links inside the press release that will drive people to your website so people can read your content on your site. Optimize your press release. In other words, optimize it with keywords and key phrases that link back to your site. Because the search engines will look for these keywords and look for these key phrases, and if you do it correctly, it can drive a lot of business to your website and get you ranked high on search engines. And the next thing you want to do is go pro. In other words, don't try to write your press release yourself unless you're a professional, experienced writer. If not, it'd be worth $50 or $100 or whatever it costs to have someone professionally write your press release that does it on a daily basis. And then they work with the media outlets. So they know what to say and they know what these guys want to hear. So it would be best to use someone that's a pro at it. And the next one is post your press releases on your website. You should have a designated section on your website to post press releases so that your inbound links will come there, your keywords and your key phrases, and the search engines will search for that content and find it and rank it higher on your site. If no one's searching for your keywords, then you're not going to have any people looking for your site. So it's important to make sure you know what your keywords are and to put them into your media. So here's a system and a tool that you can use that can drive traffic to your website. It's called wordtracker.com. And you can use that to find out what's the best keywords for your site. The next one, number 5, social bookmarking sites. Search engines like Google and other ones, they look for social bookmarking sites, and there's over 500 of these out there. These are one of those secret weapons that a lot of the internet marketers know about, but most people don't. I'm going to give you a few most popular bookmarking sites, but there's a ton of them out there. One of them is called digg.com. Number 2 is stumbleupon.com. The next one is Delicious, DEL.ICIO.US.com. So you can look those up, but there's a whole bunch of them out there. Now, the one thing about bookmarking sites, these can drive a lot of traffic because there's a lot of people going to them, but you want to be consistent. And you want to be consistent and do this on an often basis. In other words, whenever you get a new blog post, you want to put it on your bookmarking site. If you want to have a new product, put it on your bookmarking site. If you have a new feature or a new service, put it on your bookmarking site. You're going to do an event, put it on your bookmarking site. And this will allow the search engines to see where you are and see what's going on with your business and drive that targeted audience to you. Now, number 6, there's a tool that you can use along with this, and it's called OnlyWire bookmarking. OnlyWire. Now, what OnlyWire does for you, it gives you the ability to send your information out to 42 different bookmarking sites all at one time. Now, this is huge because setting all the information up on bookmarking sites takes a little bit of time, but once you have it set up, it's great. But with OnlyWire, what it does, it allows you to click a button and send that information to all 42 of them at once. So you can imagine that's a big time saver. And the greatest part about OnlyWire is that there's no cost for the basic service. So you can get the onlywire.com and check that out as well. So that's number 6. Number 7 is one you probably already know about, but maybe not. A lot of people don't understand the power of this. That is building a blog. A blog is one of the most important and greatest traffic driving tools that's ever been created in the industry of internet marketing. You can get a free blog through WordPress or Blogger. You can get one built for you pretty inexpensively. Now, blogs create so much traffic because people like to read the information on it, and they also like to share that information. They want to be the first people to discover new information and then share it with other people. So here's some blogging tips. One of the things you want to do, number 1, is guest posting. So guest posting, what that means is, let's say you go and you talk to someone and they have a blog. Ask if you could be a guest and post on their blog. That's a good thing. And then what they'll do is they'll say yes a lot of the time, and they'll let you put a link back to your website because it gives them good content for SEO, and it has a link that links back to your website, so it drives traffic to you too. Now, you can do that with other people, let them guest post on your site as well. So that's number 1. Tip number 2, blog commenting. And this is another good way to bring traffic to your blog also. So look for some blogs and websites related in your niche, that's in your particular niche, and start interacting with these people who comment on their blogs. Because when they comment on their blog, what you do is you can get on them and comment too and leave a little link, leave a little backlink on that blog, and then what will happen is people will click that and they'll come back to you as well. Tip number 3, subscribers and email marketing. Now trust me, the best type of visitor you can have are ones that have already subscribed to your blog. And these are people that trust you and they want to read your content. So when you have an opt-in form on your website, you can actually communicate with these people on an often basis. Now there's some services you can use. One of them is called aweber.com. The other one is mailchimp.com, and constantcontacts.com, or any other email marketing service that you like. And you can see a bunch of high quality leads coming to your blog at no time. And then you can communicate with them. Your content needs to be good. That's going to generate that traffic. So make sure when you're blogging, you give out a lot of good content. Step number 7, viral marketing. Now, viral marketing is a way of writing and distributing free reports and free ebooks. And this is an amazing way to generate free traffic. What you can do is put links on those reports or in your ebooks and just give them away. Give them away to everybody and anybody. Every time you speak, give them out. Every time you send an email, give it out. You can do whatever you want, do as many as you want, and give it out all the time. And what that's going to do is drive traffic right back to your website. Now, this is another thing you can do. You can purchase branding rights to ebooks. There's services out there that let you purchase ebooks online. And when you do that, you'll get viral ebooks that have a proven track record for success. And you can just, put your links on there and drive traffic right back to your site, right from purchasing those branding rights to your ebook. So that's number 7. Step number 8, stumble upon toolbar. Now, stumble upon toolbar works with your bookmarking system called Stumble Upon. And if you want more traffic to your site, what you can do is download this toolbar onto your website. And then as you surf the internet, all you have to do is simply hit the thumbs up icon on your toolbar. A website is added to your profile as a site that you like. And then each time you stumble upon a website and click the thumbs up icon, it brings a nice little bit of traffic to that website. But the reality and the beautiful thing happens when you build a network of friends and other people start stumbling upon your site. And now on a regular basis, you get that traffic. In other words, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And it's a cool system. Step number 9, building your list. Now this of course goes with everything that we talked about. The ultimate goal is to build a list. And your email list is one of your most valuable assets, providing an inexpensive way to communicate with your customers. You can email to them whenever you want and send them updates and special offers and invite them to events. You'll need a few things in place to create an effective mailing list. Some of the things that you'll need. 1, you'll need a squeeze page or a landing page with an opt-in form on there. The next thing, you'll need a database like what we mentioned earlier, the Aweber, the MailChimp, or some of that. A database to capture your information and to put the autoresponders on there so you can communicate with your list. Another thing you could do is you can advertise to build your list too. And you can advertise in like pay-per-click with Google, or you can do another one is pay-per-click with Facebook. Now that's a really good one nowadays because you can target market such a specific market with Facebook. So you can look into that. The next one is a lead magnet. You need some type of freebie that you're planning to offer for them opting into your landing page. So it's very important that you have some type of free service that you're giving them. The next thing is an opt-in form. When you create your opt-in form, the form that they fill out, make sure that it's eye-catchy, it's simple, and to the point, and most importantly, keep it above the fold on your website. In other words, when someone comes to your site, it's above the line of your website so they don't have to scroll down to see it. Okay, that's number 9. Number 10 is video marketing. Now, I'm starting to love video marketing, and it's one of the fastest ways to generate new traffic to your website through YouTube and Vimeo. Those are the 2 big ones. Now, here's how you get started creating videos. Number 1, just get started. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the hardest part of creating videos, is the first step. It took me forever to start doing video because I thought everything had to be perfect. I thought I had to look perfect, and I had to sound perfect, I had to have the right equipment and all this stuff. Nope, not true. You don't need to have professional equipment. You don't need editing skills. You don't need software. You don't need fancy scripts. You don't even need to be super confident in front of the camera. Just make good content that people want to use and want to hear, and that's it, and they'll be happy with you. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, start publishing regularly. I see a major increase in my business and product sales when I do the videos on a consistent basis. The most important thing you need to do to start publishing is publishing on a consistent basis. Tip number 3, be transparent. You want to be transparent and authentic when you're speaking on videos because people buy you first and they buy your product second. So just be you. If you've generated a lot of business through video, talk about it. Or if you have a passion, be passionate. Most importantly, just be honest on the topic that you choose to talk about. So it's very important that you do that. Tip 4, include other people. You can include other people on your videos as well. So you can bring other marketers or other people that do services that you do, and you can include other people in many different ways. Here's some ways that you can include other people on your videos. Number 1, give a shout out. So you can talk about the success of other people, or you can just mention their name or something, and people love to hear about themselves, and then you can tag it to them, and then they'll post that video just because you brought up their name. Host interviews to bring others to your video. The more interesting and unique your interviews are, the more likely your guests will share it with their communities also. Use trade shows to interview experts. You can get one of those little flip phones or your cell phone, and you can go to trade shows and conduct little interviews with a handful of experts. So you got all the experts right there in one spot. So this is an amazing way to generate new experts that you can put on your blog or your website. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just meet these people, ask them a couple questions, ask them if you can post it, and then post it on your site. It allows you to meet those experts and create great content for your website or your blog or your marketing strategy. A lot of the time, the expert will link back to your video and drive more traffic to you. Tip number 5, create video tutorials. Now, video tutorials and how-to videos is a great way to generate a lot of sales. In other words, you can create step-by-step learning videos and give it to people for free. You can post it right on YouTube or on Vimeo, and you can get a lot of people sign up for those free tutorial videos. So that's a really good one. As a matter of fact, you should start doing that right away, because whatever services you provide, you can give a step-by-step instructional video, and then that'll link back to your site. Tip number 6, create a series of videos. A series of videos would mean you can create videos that have a series. So in other words, if you want to attract a larger audience, create 5 videos once a day for 30 minutes on certain topics. And then the people have to keep coming back over and over, and then they may start referring some of their friends to come. It can just grow exponentially from that point. And you'll be amazed at how many people will spend hours watching your videos because of it. Tip number 7, make your videos personal. Sometimes you can shoot an impromptu video, a personal video to build a closer relationship with your friends and fans. Keep this video for about 90 seconds at the most, and don't worry about getting it perfect. Usually, whenever you do the first take, that should work. Begin to speak, look directly into the lens, and speak directly to your fans as if you're in a room with them. This creates more intimacy, and they'll connect with you. Tip number 7, plan your intro and your outro script. Your intro is what you're going to say when you first start. Your outro is what you're going to say to leave. Make sure that you plan your sign-off script and plan it and write them out in advance. And the reason why this is important, because you want to start with some type of greeting, maybe your name, your business name, and a little bit about you. Kind of like what I did on this video. So you want to start a little intro and then have a little outro as well. And then the way you end each video is important. The ending gives you another chance to mention your business name along with your domain name, phone number, address, or whatever information you want to give. You can even put your tagline in there if you have a memorable tagline. Now write out these things in advance. And write them out in advance so people will be comfortable with you and they'll really like your information a lot more. Tip number 8, have a call to action. Very important. Learn to utilize the space on YouTube where the description below, and you can write a call to action. You can put your URL in there. That can be a click-through. You can add a call to action at the end of the video. Example, you can say something like this or have it typed on there. If you like this video, please click through to my link below to find more information. Or you can put, if you like this video, please click for free information. Or whatever you want. Just have some type of call to action. So that's video marketing. Very, very important. Number 11, affiliate marketing with magazines. You want to find your niche magazine. You want to submit your products and services to them and talk to them and see if they'll do some type of co-op relationship with you. Sometimes they have remnant space in magazines. Now, remnant space basically means they have unsold advertising space, especially in hard copy magazines, and they want that remnant space filled up. So let's say you were to talk to them and spoke to the owner, and they're open to doing an affiliate program with you where you have some type of tracking system. They send out the magazine, it has your ad in it, and then every time someone makes a sale, they get a percentage of sales. That's more than they were going to get if they had a blank page or a blank space that they had to just fill with nothing. So you can create affiliate marketing strategies with magazines. Number 12. Classified ads. The classified ads are getting really popular again because a lot of people weren't doing them. They stopped doing them as much. So if they're not doing them, then that's the best time for you to do them. Now, how do you find classified ads? You just go to Google or go to a search engine, and you can look up classified ads. You can find a whole ton of them. On our printed document, the PDF of this recording, there's a whole list of them on there. And if you decide to get that as well, you can. But it's important that you get about 5 to 10 free classified ad sites. And if you want to get some paid ones, you can do that too. But there's a ton of them, and you can see a lot of free traffic just by getting classified ads. Number 13, associations. Look for your industry association and join it. Usually they have an advertising department in the associations. So tip number 1 you can do in the associations is offer members a unique discount. So you can provide a members-only discount of your products and services. And this could drive traffic and boost sales. Tip number 2, ask for a list of the members. Some associations have a database, and that you can buy or rent their database from them. Also you can ask them if you can advertise your services to the members. And this is another good way to generate traffic. LinkedIn is number 14. Join LinkedIn and join groups that will fit your niche. Now on LinkedIn, there's a lot of cool things you can do. One of them is join discussion groups and build a relationship with people that want or need your services. So here's a couple things you can do with LinkedIn. Tip 1, create an event. So in there, you can create an event, and that's why I really like LinkedIn, because they have an event feature. You can get targeted traffic to your event, and you should learn how to create events right away, and it's pretty easy to use, so start using them, as soon as you can. Tip number 2, use groups to connect. There's a lot of different groups you can join, and when you join those groups, there'll be people that talk like you, that have your services or that want your services, and they're talking about what you need. So you can look on there and start building relationships with those people and driving traffic that way. So that's number 14 is LinkedIn. Number 15, webinars. Now this is a very big one. I do webinars all the time, conference calls, but webinars, you can start a webinar and become the expert and talk about the problems and the solutions that your product solves. You can bring guests on and get creative with the content of your webinar. Remember, you're the star of the show. So here's how you attract attendees for your webinar. Tip number one, post it on your website. Post your webinar registration link on the front page of your website, as well as have a dedicated page for your site as well. Tip number 2, email your database. So consider using a paid service like MailChimp or Aweber or Constant Contact to send emails promoting your event. Tip number 3, create partnerships. Partners with other companies that want to do webinars. Pick one that's not a competitor. So if you have a product or service that doesn't compete with you, you can partner with them and they can send it to their database, you send it to your database, and then you got more traffic coming to your webinar. And then you share the leads after it's over. Tip number 4, send out press releases. So you can send out a press release about your webinar if it's industry related. You can do that too, and that'll generate more traffic for you. Number 5, use social media. Post your event on Facebook, send it to all your friends. Put it on LinkedIn, send it to all your friends. You can tweet it out, send it to all your tweet friends, and then that can actually help you as well. Here's a direct link to the event posting app on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/apps, APPS. And you can go there, and that's where you can start posting your events or your webinar. Number 16, hold teleseminars. Teleseminars are a very inexpensive way to gather a group of people regardless of their location. They can be anywhere around the world. It is a great way to promote products and services and educate people about what you do. Now, you can hold an unlimited number of teleseminars and invite your prospects to this event. You can hold it on free sites like Eventbrite.com, which is one I use a lot, and you can get free traffic from Eventbrite too. And you can also post it on your social media to drive traffic too. Now, there's a tool you can use to make the call, and it's freeconferencecalling.com. And this could be the call line. You can record it, and you can monitor your call as you're running it. Now, that's the system I use all the time. So here's some tips on using teleseminars. Tip number 1, create a series. You can create a series of trainings that people can attend from around the world. So this could be a theme that you can create, maybe a 5-day course on lead generation or whatever you want to do, and package it like chapters of a book so that they can't miss one section or they miss a big part. And then what will happen is people start coming. They'll come 4 or 5 times, and now you got these people that love you and will want to do business with you. And this could be a great way to gain exposure and generate a lot of extra profit as well. Tip number 2, mention your related products. When you're holding teleseminars, drop some promotional plugs of some of the other things that you offer. Kind of like I did on this call. I talked about some of the coaching that I do. Or if you need additional services or if you want some additional training, you can contact me direct, and I gave you my website. You can do the same thing on your teleseminars and your conference call as well. Tip number 3, use the teleseminar as a premium. If you have a membership website or related products, you can use teleseminar as a trial offer on your site. So let's say you want to give 30 days free for everybody that came. That could be a little benefit for them coming to your teleseminar. So that could be another tool you can use. Tip number 4, offer coaching as a premium. Maybe you can give them a free coaching session for everybody that comes. Or you can give them 30 minutes free of your time or an audio recording of something. That could be another great tool that you can use. But here's one of the best ones. Tip number 5, create and sell a transcript of the teleseminar. People love transcripts. As a matter of fact, like this video right here, if you wanted to upgrade, you can get a transcript of this audio that I'm recording right now. So yeah, you can have the audio. You can also get the transcript of the audio. And it's very important to understand that a lot of people will do that. So you can do the same thing with your teleseminar. Number 17, Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is one of the new kids on the block, and it's a great system. It's a great place where you can get a lot of pictures posted and a lot of showcase all your products and services. And it's a really good, cool place. So you could go and take a look at it. And here's a few tips I'm going to give you on Pinterest. Number one, use a headshot, not a logo. So use a headshot of you so people know that it's a real person in there. Tip number two, make your name easy to find. Make it an easy name to find. Number three, add links to the different social networks like Facebook and Twitter. Tip number four, add keywords to your bio. Your keywords need to be in your bio as well. Link to Facebook and find your friends is tip number five. And then tip number six is link to Twitter and find your followers there and then tell them you're on Pinterest. And then tip number seven, use your personality. Talk about your personality, be friendly, be fun on there as well. So those are some things with Pinterest that you can use. It's a very simple system when you get on there. Number 18, build your Facebook brand. Facebook is the granddaddy of all social medias. There's over 1 billion people or close to 1 billion people on Facebook. You can build a business page or a fan page and attract tons of people to your page. Now, if you want a business page, you can build an opt-in form on it and capture leads and drive them to your site, or for a free viral marketing piece. You can do that with Facebook, and it's amazing. You can go to Fiverr or Elance or even Guru, and they can build one for you pretty inexpensive. Now, with Facebook, you can also target market with pay-per-click ads like we talked about earlier. And this is where you can find specific targets and drive people directly to your Facebook page. And this is a great way to build business. Number 20, Twitter away. So Twitter can be an amazing marketing tool when used correctly. So in other words, one of the things you want to do to be profitable on Twitter is you want to be able to follow the right audience. You don't want to use a shotgun approach and start following everyone. That doesn't work. You want to follow certain people. So here's the 4 types of people to follow on Twitter. One is potential clients, people that could be a client of yours. Number 2, potential joint venture partners, people that you want to partner with. Number 3, people that will help you spread your message. Maybe friends or business partners that will help you spread it. And then number 4 is followers of your competition. People that follow your competition, follow them so they'll follow you too. And then here's some special tips. Follow more. Actively follow the people you want to engage with. So don't just do it one time and then don't talk to them anymore. And then number 2, engagement. Be calm, cool, and collected. So you don't want to just sell your product and make it a sales pitch. It's all about having a conversation with people. And the next thing is give freely. People want some advice, so give it to them. They'll tell the world if you give them free advice. And the next thing is you can automate it. There's systems out there that you can use. One of them is called Manage Flitter. Or Tweet Adder, and that can add tweets for you. And there's some automated systems to make it easier for you to do this. But the bottom line is, if you use these 20 online marketing strategies, you're going to see some amazing results in your business. Now, what you can do is you can tell your friends also to come visit my website at thesalescoachingpro.com, and I'd appreciate it. If you're in network marketing, especially, if you want my free 2-hour training, and this is for direct sales or network marketing or anyone who has to go out and generate new business, there's some systems that you need to learn. And one of them is at my other website. You can go to www.3cm2formula.com. 3cm2formula.com. And this is the proven formula for success in direct sales and network marketing. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a few other things that you can do too. I got some special bonuses for you. Here are the special bonuses. I have a couple of offline marketing strategies that I want to give you too. One of them is telemarketing, a simple way to opening up your phone book or opening up lead list, and you can start calling from A to Z. And you can start calling these people and inviting them to your services. There's also list brokers you can buy. There's list brokers out there where you can get lists of people and targeted lists and then start contacting them. There's also online services you can use that can drive traffic to you. And if you need to create a script or simply call on the phone to your services, you can offer them something free too. There are call services that will call out for you, and if you want more details about that, you can contact me at www.meetwithsteven.com, and Steven is spelled STEPHEN.com, and I will get some information out to you about some of those call services. Number 2 is networking events. Attend local networking events in your area. I go to networking events all the time, and what this does is helps you build your personal brand in the community. So you'll meet business owners, you'll meet salespeople, you'll meet other prospects that can either become a prospect for you or they can lead you to prospects. And all you gotta do is check on Google and find out what networking events are happening in your area. Now, in my coaching vault, I actually teach techniques on how to do effective prospecting techniques. And the same thing at the 3cm2formula.com website. I have some techniques there that you can take a look at as well to help you. Tip number 3, chambers of commerce. Virtually every city in America has chambers of commerce, and probably worldwide as well. You can find them online. Just look up your city and look for the Chamber of Commerce. And usually chambers have a list of all the businesses in the area, and sometimes they'll provide you the list. They'll give you like a book with all the names of the business owners in that chamber. So you can check that out. That's number 3. And then tip number 4 is the 3-foot rule. The 3-foot rule I love because you can meet people that you normally wouldn't meet. And this is when you're out at the shopping mall, maybe you're at the gas station, you're at work, you're at Starbucks, you're at the grocery store. Now there's some techniques and tips that you need to know, some effective strategies on how to do that. And again, you can learn how to do that at my free training at www.3cm2formula.com. And I teach how to go out and effectively generate new leads out in the field. So that's another technique you can use. And number 5 is meetup.com. Meetup.com could be a great strategy for you for online, but it can also be great for offline, because the goal with Meetup is to create an offline meetup group online. So in other words, you can build a little community online, but you meet with them offline in your local area. And this is great because they'll promote your site for you. They'll drive traffic to your meetup group. And if you check it out, I think you'll love it. It's meetup.com. So those are the offline strategies, and those are some of the online strategies, the 20 online strategies that can really help you build your business. If you'd like to get in contact with me direct, my website is www.thesalescoachingpro.com. If you'd like to speak with me, you can book a meeting with me at www.meetwithsteven.com. So I want to thank you for listening to this training. I hope that you start using these techniques. I hope that you share these techniques, and I hope you go make a big difference in your business and help change the world. Thank you very much, and go and make it a great day.